Welcome to the Tribunal. I'm Tanisha. Subscribing is how you claim your designated seat and stay inside this tribunal. We'd be honored to read your analysis in the comments. To gain access to the show, you must subscribe, have a seat in your designated seating, and begin commenting. The show will begin shortly.
Tanisha, sorry to disturb you, Matt. There are subjects here that have been brought for adjudication.
You stand here because your actions have shaped our community. At sundown, we move forward with clarity and balance.
Welcome to Tanisha's Tribunal. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell for updates.
Bless the channel by Cash App at $sign the Tribunal 1. Join the tribe.
Dungeon. Okay, so
Tanisha, sorry to disturb you, madam. There are subjects here that have been brought for adjudication.
You stand here because your actions have shaped our community. At sundown, we move forward with clarity and balance.
all right, on the tribunal, y'all. Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard are in tribunal dungeon today. Why? Because they have, Amy Luciani has come out with some shocking video of her explaining what's been going on in the Dwight and Amy Luciani mansion home that she lives in with Dwight Howard. Okay, let's happen to Royce Reed. Remember Royce Reed from Basketball in Their Nightmares? Okay, Dwight Howard would watch, just understand. Take a listen in on Royce.
Dwight Howard's wife Amy discussed their marital issues.
My marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepmother was just taking my CPS because of her father.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Now, we just heard the tribunal what Luciani said about the Howard's daughter. He has, several children with several baby mothers. Royce Reed, one of them. She's talking about Royce Reed's child because Royce Reed's child is a boy. Nonetheless, she said the CPS took a child out of Dwight Howard's home. Okay. Now, she's in an abusive relationship with Dwight Howard. We watched learning who Amy Luciani is, okay, from her stint on Love and Hip Hop, of her, story from Detroit, got into wanting to be like a girl group, or whatever. And she got far as like opening for B2K and Bow Wow and things like that, right? So somewhere along the way, or maybe, it just evolved into who she truly is. She became a gold digger, where Amy Luciani really only considers a man worth her dealing with them if they have enough money to cover her whatever, level of lifestyle. She, like the $50,000 women a month people, right? I think she met her match when she met Dwight Howard, and she thought that was finally her white writing to save her. And I kid you not, Tribers, I knew this was coming the second I saw Dwight Howard, because I've already learned enough about how Dwight Howard is. A hit dog Will Holland. That's exactly what Royce Reed is, and lots of other people have come out and said, Royce. Dwight Howard be at Diddy parties and dresses. He's frequently known to be with transgenders and the boy femme towels and all this and the third, and not paying them their money, beating on them, and allegedly. All this is alleged, Tribers, okay? It's what is rumored to go around about Dwight Howard, that he's a mean, aggressive, actual person, like almost a violent, actual, person or whatever. God damn. If these scammers or, calls, bro, I get so many solicitation calls. Anyway, people, this is just not something that's new. So I wasn't shocked or surprised at all when Amy Luciani flashed across my social media in this way. I knew, from hearing the alleged accounts people have had with Dwight Howard, that he's very aggressively, overly, extrally violent when he's acting in an actual way with people. Royce talked about severe abuse that she sustained with Dwight Howard, and things that he's done to her. He indicted her. He cease and desist Amy or Royce, right? So yeah, let's get into it, y'all. Like and subscribe. This is what I also wanted to say before she gets into it, right? Dwight Howard's not a ninja to F with. He is a mega, multi-million-dollar man. I hear that he's worth up to an excess of $400 million. How in the hell ever he's allowing CPS to get involved in his life without the protectiveness of, being protected from his lifestyle for his children? Very unfortunate. That means that Dwight Howard's, is probably a little bit than usually sick. So not for nothing. Also rumored that his baby mother be alerting Child Protection Services to his life. And I mean, and according to what we have alleged to potentially be true, CPS may be concerned about the very well-being of Dwight Howard's kids, and we're gonna see more so why when Amy Luciani is on the screen. Okay.
Right by me.
Why are you so stupid?
It's always been about the kids. It's always been about the kids. Now you want to speak? I'm still blocked up, so I can't see what you're saying. But
fairness, in all fairness, we're going to give Royce Reed grace over here at the tribunal. She will not be in the dungeon with them. She will be in our Lux room, as you can see behind me. This is where Royce is chilling at, okay? She has also summoned herself to tribunal to give her side of the story about, what she's encountered and what she's simply witnessing. Not for nothing, Royce Reed was a mere cheerleader for one of the football or basketball leagues or whatever the hell have you. And that's when she met old Dwight Howard, and she was still maybe a tween in her 20s or whatever. I don't think necessarily so she knew what she was getting herself into. However, that's not the case for she knew very well what she was getting into. All she had to do was Google the ninja. But money blinded her. So she could see past, this potentially being her fate. Why? Because she ignored all of that and more so didn't give a damn about it. So here she is, all of our blogs crying and holding dang near a kilo of Okiana.
Now you want to speak because he brought you into it? Girl!
If you think your child may have autism, early action matters.
While they're paying rent, remember, we are too. Like and subscribe to keep yourself safely seated in the tribunal. You must keep your subscription active at all times.
It's everybody else's fault? Wow! So you just don't think any of us fell for the antics either, right? None of us fell for the narcissism. Crazy, Amy? What is it? Serial? You called me crazy, right? You said I was jealous. You said I wanted him. When it's always been about the damn kids. And now you want to sit here and cry and be like, it's because everybody else is.
Now, I'm not going to hold you in. I do think that Roy Reed was at her with Dwight Howard. However, she may have been a little, way of how to step out from that mega palace that Dwight Howard owns in California and land on solid ground. So she may have been having to go in the palace with one arm reaching out the palace, trying to find solitude. It looks like Royce Reed has done that. I hear that Royce Reed did get a handsome royal rich piece of money, nowhere close to anything or even quarter of what he's worth. Nonetheless, she still got some.
No, it's because of what he does to people. Shit, I was just first. I was collateral damage. Let's call Royce crazy. And people will believe it because I'm baby Jesus. Girl, shut up. He leaves in the middle of the playing a game outside that he said he was going to play with them. I am the one who sat there and invited him to see nights. Didn't show up. I invited him to our son's 18th birthday celebration. Why did I do that, y'all? Because at the end of the day, I want to never have any regret coming from Braylon. I never wanted him to resent me. So then, if Braylon acted like he didn't care if he came or not, I know how a child is. And I knew that it would mean something if he showed up, especially how hurt he was that he didn't show up for senior night. So he came, stayed for 30 minutes. Not even. They played Uno. Y'all got a whole video of us singing happy birthday and people going on and saying about, our son and like giving him words of encouragement. I go, Dad, anything to say? What? I wrote him a note. Y'all, if I showed you the note, it's on one of them little dollar store little notepad thing that he hand wrote, and it's grammatically incorrect. And it's pointing a finger at me. How is a birthday like message when you sitting here pointing?
Welcome to Tanisha's Tribunal. Subscribe, like, hit the
Bless the by catching
spare me. No matter what you say, no matter what you've been told. I love you. Happy birthday. No, couldn't just do that. Always taking shots. Girl, you are not the first one was falling for the okie doke. Just like he told that video of him talking about what happens in his bed was AI. That ain't AI. But y'all want to sit there and believe it. You know that wasn't AI. You sit here and you believe what you want to believe because it served you. It was never about the kids. You are saving face. You don't want to go down with him. So now you're speaking out and saying, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Yes, you do. Because you're sitting here, oh, these are my kids. I'm his wife. Then why are you going overseas and leaving these children themselves in a big house? And no, let's not sit here and say, oh, there was someone always there. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And you know it wasn't. And also, don't sit here and be talking shit like, I know you talked to Royce to me. You damn right she talked to me. I'm that friend. I talk back. That's me. Yeah, I'm that person. I'm talk. So, as I pull into my driveway, just letting y'all know, do not fall for it. Do I feel bad for her? I wouldn't say that I feel bad for her. I do not have any type of like, I don't have any sympathy, I don't have any empathy. And the reason I say that is because we tried to tell you. And we tried to tell you because we were trying to save our kids. We were trying to save our children, and you knew that. That's the part I can't get with. Like, I appreciate the fact that you're speaking up now. But the damage is done. The damage is done. My son is 18.
All right. So Royce says that their time together, thank God, has now reached the mature age of 18 years old. So he can make his own adult decisions now. Royce doesn't have to be so paranoid and worried and scared about the lifestyle that Dwight Howard lives and intermingling that in with his children. Okay. So good for you, Royce. You have successfully got your kid to the level of the rightful age of 18 years old. He's now able, to make decisions for himself and see his father for who he is and decide whether or not he wants to ascertain. Now, I hope he don't fall in line with however Dwight Howard has, adjourned over his life, because that's exactly what Dwight Howard is looked to be in this world, a king. And that's unfortunate that he's not a good one. He has a lot of money, so money can influence anybody, to do the wrong thing, unfortunately, unless you built different. So hopefully, little Dwight, little Royce's son that's now 18 years old, this is her, does the right things and doesn't follow necessarily so much in the footsteps of Dwight Howard. Learn to be a king in your own right in the best way you can. Because this Dwight Howard, this is ugly.
I dare you to let me build you
While they're paying bills, we are too. Become a trader to take a lesson over here. Okay? Like and subscribe. We're up on Amy Luciani and her CPS drug-filled abuse relationship with Dwight Howard. Speculators say, we told you so. Others are like, well, I don't know. Maybe just, yeah, whatever. She's too grown into, long in the tooth, not know. She got a phone. She could Google Dwight Howard.
It took you this long. My son is 18. I've been trying to save him from this man. And you were in a fight in the street over this? Girl. I pray that David gets back his grandma.
Can you imagine?
So he can remember the memory of his mama. Because his mama was a cool chick, y'all.
Okay. Can you imagine? Remember us just reviewing Amy Luciani's most favorable moment, Love and Hip Hop, how she wanted to attack every single woman that she felt was a threat to her, even if they were not a threat to her. Can you imagine how we have Royce read about Dwight? Oh, she tried to rip her throat out of her, her neck. Dwight Howard is a multi-mega millionaire king, basketball legend. That in that moment, she didn't have to worry or be concerned. Money is of no object to a man like Dwight Howard for her. So, in a sense, she thought she caught her white knight, right? When actually she more than likely just got a hold of a big black demon.
Amy was an amazing person. She was funny. She could think, she could sing. She was talented. She was funny. Like, she was so much fun to be around. And I know that he has suppressed that memory of his mama. Your mama loved you, David. And I want you to know that. If you ever see this, hear it, somebody that knows you, like, I know I don't see you and it's like they're around. David, your mama was a ride or die for you. Your mama was, to the day she fighting for you. And Layla, girl, you already know, we 10 tones down for you. Me and your mama fighting for you, like, have been, and we've been losing. And the only reason that I'm even a part of it is because I've been there. And I know the damage that it causes. And people sitting there like, oh, you're not the best mother either. You're not this. Yes, I made my mistakes. Braylon was my firstborn. I went from dancing on a court, shorts and a half top to being mama. And I did my best. And I fought. And I fought and I cried. Like, y'all, I did my best. But see someone sit here and still make excuses for this person and blame it on other people and say it's a trauma, it's the stuff he's been through, and these other people did him like this. We all knew he needed help. We all knew that he had a problem. We all knew that he was a narcissist and manipulative. We all knew that he could piss on you and say it's rain.
Literally.
We knew it. You just didn't want to listen. So, do I feel bad for her? I really don't even know how to answer that question. I don't wish that on anybody, but sometimes you have to experience You know, sometimes you got to experience things for you to really be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So for that, I think that she had to almost get in our shoes. And I say almost because she's not a mom. She don't have a dog in the fight. But I don't feel bad for her only because she's still pointing the finger back this way. Like, she was different. We're not different. There's another one. And it's gonna happen again. He's gonna manipulate somebody else and, you know, say that all of us did this and we used him, and, you know, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? But who put him on Dancing with the Stars? Who put him in the Hall of Fame? I mean, by athleticism, he deserved it. We're talking about standards and how you treat them and stuff. Like, I wouldn't have him on all these TV shows and, you know, those kids and that's me, but crazy like y'all said was. My biggest hope for these kids to be safe back with their mom and grandma and loved, and not just have money thrown at them and now you're just supposed to be happy. Because money is not a pacifier. It's not. Well, then again, maybe it is, because it seems like when you took that pacifier out, people start screaming and crying. So, I don't know. Money never made me do anything. Shit, I was sued for $5 million and I was still opening my mouth. So, I will go, listen, I will go to the grave and still hunt you for mine. Okay? I don't feel like that. I don't care how much money you try and throw at me. When it comes down to a child, especially mine, oh, we about to be in this playing with fire.
All right, you heard that, okay? Amy Lucci, all right. God dang it. Royce Reed. She lets it be known that no, you know, she can't just say that she feels bad for Amy because she, you know, really did tell Amy, and Amy, you know, is not deaf, dumb, or blind to what's out here in these streets. She's on Love in Atlanta. You know, she knows what the things are. She could have very well easily just, you know, felt for herself, used her women's intuition, and moved accordingly. However, she allowed her need for greed to get her in a place where now a seed has been planted and it's rearing an ugly fruit. Okay, let's get into this video here. I'm going to give a shout out to Single by Choices. If y'all haven't gone on over to Single by Choices and watch their commentary, it is good, good, good. So I'm going to sample a little piece from their show last night on their narrative and the White House. So I'm going to use this under the far right commission, guys. Thank you. Tribunal, let's get it.
I was honored to have you all here. Keep your subscription in good standing for your all-access pass to the tribunal. Turn on notifications so you never miss your chance to examine the facts. Keep your designated seat. This tribunal is adjourned.